In this video, we showcase the top 500 richest individuals on the planet. Lindsay Snder is the owner and president of In-N-Out Burger, the fast food chain founded by her grandparents in 1948. She started working in the company as a teenager and became president in 2010, taking full ownership in 2017. Under her leadership, In-N-Out has expanded to over 400 locations across 8 states. Lindsay is known for maintaining the family legacy, refusing to franchise or sell the company. As of 2025, her net worth is estimated at around $7.3 billion, making her one of the youngest female billionaires in the U.S. Nick Stronsky is a Russian-born British entrepreneur and co-founder of Revolut, a leading fintech company launched in 2015 that offers low-cost, seamless financial services worldwide. Born in 1984, he has a background as a state champion swimmer and holds master's degrees in physics and economics from Moscow. Before founding Revolut, he worked as a trader at Lehman Brothers and Credit Suisse. Revolut now serves 50 million customers in over 35 countries and was valued at $48 billion. Stronsky owns about 20% of the company, making his net worth approximately $7.9 billion. Gebbia is the co-founder of Airbnb, a global online marketplace for lodging that started in 2008 when he and Brian Chesky rented out air mattresses in their San Francisco apartment to pay rent. A graduate of the Rhode Island School of Design with dual degrees in graphic and industrial design, Gebbia applied his design skills to help grow Airbnb into a platform with millions of listings worldwide. As of recent estimates, his net worth is around $8.4 billion, largely from his stake in Airbnb. Beyond Airbnb, he leads Samara, a startup focused on innovative housing solutions, and is known for his philanthropy through the Giving Pledge. Nassef Sawiris is an Egyptian billionaire businessman, born in 1961, and the youngest son of Hussain Sajwani, founder of the Orascom conglomerate. He is the CEO of Orascom Construction Industries, which he transformed into a global leader in construction and fertilizers. Sawiris also holds major stakes in companies like Lafarge and Adidas, and owns a significant share of Aston Villa Football Club. As of 2025, his net worth is estimated at around $9.3 billion, making him the richest man in Egypt. Hussain Sajwani is an Emirati billionaire and founder of Damac Properties, a leading luxury real estate developer established in 2002. He began investing in Dubai's property market in the 1990s and expanded Damac into one of the Middle East's largest property companies. As of 2025, his net worth is estimated at $10.2 billion, ranking him among the richest Arabs. He is also known for his investments in fashion and data centers, and his close association with Donald Trump. Torstein Hagen is a Norwegian billionaire businessman, founder and chairman of Viking Cruises, which he started in 1997 with 4 river ships in Russia. He transformed Viking into the world's largest river cruise company and expanded into ocean and expedition cruises. Hagen holds degrees in physics and an MBA from Harvard. His net worth is estimated at $11.4 billion, largely from his ownership stake in Viking Cruises, which has grown to a fleet of over 90 vessels and is highly successful in the luxury travel market. Martin Lorensen is a Swedish entrepreneur and co-founder of Spotify and trade doubler. He began his career with an internship at Telia in 1995, then worked in Silicon Valley before co-founding Trade Doubler in 1999, a leading European affiliate marketing company. After selling his Trade Doubler shares for $70 million in 2005, he partnered with Daniel Ek to launch Spotify in 2006, initially funding it with his own money. Lorensen served as Spotify's CEO until 2013 and later as chairman, playing a key role in its growth into a global music streaming giant with over 500 million users and a valuation near $100 billion. His net worth is estimated around $13.9 billion, mainly from his roughly 12% stake in Spotify, along with other investments in real estate and companies. Li, also known as Li Shufu, is the founder and chairman of Geely Holding Group, one of China's largest private automobile manufacturers. He started Geely in 1986 as a refrigerator parts maker and later expanded into motorcycles and cars, becoming the first private Chinese automaker licensed to produce vehicles in 2001. Under his leadership, Geely acquired Volvo Cars in 2010 and stakes in Daimler and Aston Martin, growing into a global automotive powerhouse. Eric Li's net worth is estimated around $18.1 billion, making him one of China's richest entrepreneurs. Dilip Shangvi is the founder of Sun Pharmaceuticals, India's largest pharmaceutical company, established in 1983 with just 10,000 rupee capital. Under his leadership, Sun Pharma grew through strategic acquisitions, including Ranbaxy in 2014, becoming the largest drug maker in India and a global leader in specialty generics. He was awarded the Padma Shri in 2016 for his contributions. As of 2025, his net worth is estimated to be around $27 billion, making him one of India's richest individuals. Tadashi Yanai is the founder and chairman of Fast Retailing, the parent company of Uniqlo, which has grown into one of the world's largest apparel retailers, with over 3,500 stores globally. Starting from his family's small tailoring business, he opened the first Uniqlo store in 1984 and transformed it into a global fashion powerhouse known for affordable, high-quality, and technologically innovative clothing. As of 2025, Yanai is Japan's richest person, with an estimated net worth of around $48 billion, reflecting his success in expanding Uniqlo internationally and reshaping the global retail fashion industry. Bernard Arnault is the French chairman and CEO of LVMH, the world's largest luxury goods conglomerate, which includes brands like Louis Vuitton, Christian Dior, and Givenchy. Born in 1949, he transformed LVMH into a global luxury powerhouse through strategic acquisitions and visionary leadership. As of 2025, his net worth is estimated around $148 billion, making him one of the richest people worldwide. Thanks for watching. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget to subscribe to the Datasets channel.